everybody. Today we are going to cover DC's top 13 family-friendly neighborhoods. And you may ask, why 13, DC Real Estate Mama and children? Because 13 is our favorite number, but that's also what I came up with. You should have worn your 13 shirt. Anyway, I am Melissa Terzis, DC Real Estate Mama. This is...
Leah.
This
and
is...
Felicia.
Okay, all right. And today we are going to cover the family-friendly neighborhoods in DC. Now, before we start going through this, you're gonna probably ask why I didn't cover some other neighborhoods, and people are gonna go, hey, how about this neighborhood or how about this neighborhood? I get it, but this is my opinion of what I think the family-friendly neighborhoods are, places that I could live with these two morons and they would have enough to do without driving me crazy, which is what they do anyway, right?
I'm right here.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. All right. So we are more city people, so we really went for places that felt a little bit more, I would say, urban than suburban, but we did do a combination here of city and suburban neighborhoods. So let's get started. Number 1 is Cleveland Park. So as Eaton Elementary School has become more sought after by families, the attraction for parents has increased so much in Cleveland Park. They've got the Macomb Splash Yard and Playground. There's a newly renovated library there. There's zoo access. There's easy metro accessibility and a strip of shops and restaurants that everybody might be jealous of. This makes Cleveland Park a really great place for families, but they do have to have higher budgets here. Because of the location with Metro, the prices have kind of held a lot higher here than they might be in some other neighborhoods where you're not as Metro accessible. So you're going to see that there's very few single-family homes that are under the 1 million mark. They really go into the 1 millions, well up toward 2 million. But what you are getting is a pretty grand, large house in Cleveland Park because that is what was built here way back when the building started. The premium for being on the Metro it reigns supreme. Number 2 is Glover Park. Yay! This is where we live. So just north of Georgetown, Glover Park is like a little enclave that's become very popular with families because of the top-rated elementary school here, which is...
Stoddard Elementary.
All right, and there's a down-to-earth vibe, we feel like, in the neighborhood. There's Guy Mason Park, which is on the other side of Wisconsin Avenue, and you can walk to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Safeway. There are several restaurants along the retail strip, and there's also very easy street parking in Glover Park. Kids play in the alleys. They go up and down the alleys. They play in Stoddard's Field. Row homes here start in around $1 million, and they can go up to the mid-1 millions. The next neighborhood we have, number 3, is AU Park, Tenleytown. Sort of lumped together because this part of the city, it's more residential, and AU Park kind of sits on the west side of Wisconsin and Tenleytown is on the eastern side of Wisconsin. But they share all of the same shopping, the restaurant strips, and the metro. And the restaurants include very, very many kid-friendly places. They've got Guapo's, which is Mexican, Surfside, Nando's Peri Peri. There's also a Whole Foods here in this neighborhood as well. You've got Target, the Container Store, and Friendship Heights Recreation, which is at somebody likes Target, which is at 40.
And the Container Store.
Yeah, with 45th and Van Ness is a 4,500 square foot facility that has dedicated kids and craft room for the local co-op, which is Cooperative Play, an exterior tot lot, an upper playground, a new basketball court, and a splash pad. Homes in AU Park and Tenleytown are going to start around $1 million, but if you find something around $1 million, it's probably going to need work. You're going to have to get sort of well into the millions, and once you get into the low 1 millions, you're going to have more options. So think 1.1, 1.2. There will definitely be more options for you. All right, Capitol Hill is number 4. So the Hill, as they call it, the Hill, is one of those places where it's like, if you know, you know. There's a huge draw to Capitol Hill for the gorgeous homes and the easy access to the Capitol, the Library of Congress, the Supreme Court, House of Representatives, Health and Human Services, all of the different agencies and departments that are located near. The list goes on and on. People actually live their whole lives on Capitol Hill, and multi-generations will also live here as well. It's got that much of a draw. So row homes line the streets and families are out in full force. There's a listserv called Moms on the Hill with the acronym MOTH, and everybody kind of knows that that's Moms on the Hill. It's a listserv for families and parents that are living on the Hill. It is tough to get a home here under the low 1 millions because prices just keep going up and up. The value in this neighborhood really holds. competition is also very steep. You're going to usually see multiple offers, even in what we would say is like a down market. Now, if you're open to doing some work, it is easy to get a house here. I have helped several clients that have gotten into houses on the hill, but all of them will tell you that even though they were in the 1 million price point, they still had to go ahead and do renovations, make updates and things like that. And that's because you will see that multiple generations will live here. And as kids grow up and then it's adults and then they're aging in place, they make changes to the house in a construction manner that may not work for you if you're trying to buy it with a young family and children. You may find out, as we've seen, there's like one large bedroom on the second level and they're just living up there as a living working space or whatever, kitchen on the main level, and people have to carve that back into 3 separate bedrooms to make it work for them. All right, number 5 is Mount Pleasant. So this family-friendly community vibe here is strong. Bancroft Elementary School acts like a hub for the neighborhood. And fun fact that they've got a dual language immersion here, so your kid can become fluent in Spanish as well. The proximity to the zoo is evident when you are laying in bed at night in your beautiful little Mount Pleasant Victorian row house, and you can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. That's how close you are. I know, isn't that cool, Leah? Leah looks like she's excited. They're not gonna come get you, they're caged. Anyway, homes here start around $1 million, but it's tough to find that. They go well into the 1 millions, the high 1 millions, and that's actually depending on whether or not they are the kind of home that's got a downstairs with a fully rentable apartment. This is what cranks the price up like another $300,000 to $400,000 here, is the fact that you can rent. You've got a completely self-sufficient apartment with kitchen. Sometimes they've got 2 bedrooms downstairs, so you could even put roommates down there, and you can collect quite a good little clip for rent in Mount Pleasant. So number 6 is Falls Church City, Virginia. So we're moving to Virginia now. All right, I'm not gonna lie. It is really hard to get into Falls Church City. I have one client who bought a home there, and they were looking for over a year until they actually found a house, and that house was not without its problems. In fact, it had 3 front doors, and she probably knows exactly who I'm talking about when she's gonna see this. It had 3 separate front doors, and none of us could figure out why, and they were like within 5 feet of each other. It was the strangest thing. Anyway, there were also some subsequent other issues with the grading of the lot and things like that, and things that they really did have to fix. But the schools in Falls Church City are top notch. They are run by the Falls Church City school system, which is a very small school system. Falls Church City is not part of a county. It's its own independent city, which is how Virginia does things. Cities operate completely independently of counties, and so Falls Church City just has a great school district that people really want to be in. Single family home here is going to be in the $1 to $2 million range. All right, so number 7 is McLean, Virginia. This is a very hotly sought after suburb for families in the area. We can also combine this with Vienna in a way. McLean and Vienna are right next to each other. McLean's a lot larger than Vienna. The prices are a bit higher, but they do kind of share a lot of the same amenities. So this is a hotly sought after suburb for families in the area. As I said, the prices keep a lot of people away though. A ranch or rambler house that needs work is going to cost you $1 million here. So that definitely puts these houses well kind of above what most people can afford, but you make up for it with the school system, which is phenomenal. So once you get into the millions, you may buy a house and you're going to say, that costs $1.4 million. I could get that house for $299,000 back in, and then insert any city or town in the whole country here, except for San Francisco and New York. Most of the houses are probably in the 2 millions in McLean. Schools, like I said, are top notch. The green space is beautiful. There are parks, there's playgrounds, there's recreation clubs, which make McLean and Vienna a hit with families who want maybe a quieter place without sacrificing any of the amenities. Number 8 is Delray, and this is in Alexandria, Virginia. So this is the kind of neighborhood where the parents are going to say, thank God we didn't give everything up and move out to the middle of nowhere for the kiddos. This is as much fun for adults as it is for kids. It seems to be the place that people like living so much that when the kids come, they don't leave. They actually end up staying. And even though Alexandria City schools are not the best, the elementary school which is Mount Vernon Elementary in Delray, is actually pretty well rated and well regarded. To be really close to Mount Vernon Avenue where the Strip is, and the Strip has a lot of just mom and pop shops and restaurants. There's really no chains or anything like that here. It's all local stuff. You're going to pay over $1 million. But if you go out to like the fringes of, or a few blocks away even, but the fringes of Delray, you can get something in the 800,000s. Number 9 is Lion Park. Lion, Leon, depending how you want to pronounce it. Most people say Lion Park. Thank you for patting me, Leah. So this is
Leon.
Leon. So Lion Park is in Arlington, Virginia. This neighborhood has always attracted families for its proximity to DC. It's got very short commute times and amenities. Also very family-friendly vibe here. Streets are laid out really well for kids to easily get to each other's houses. And then there's a park and playground in the middle of the neighborhood. You've also got the Metro stop, which is right at Clarendon. It's super close by, very walkable, and people love living here. Homes are expensive, though. They start in the 800,000s if you're lucky to find something at that price, and they're going to go to $2 million. So number 10 is West Springfield and Burke, Virginia, and we have a special guest who is going to talk to you right now about West Springfield and Burke. Take it away, Mercina. Don't forget to yell.
Okay, so West Springfield and Burke, Virginia, my mother is cheating by combining those two because she doesn't want to make the list too long, but the neighborhoods are also right next to each other, so that's okay. And they also share some of the same neighborhood amenities. Fairfax County schools, by many measures, are actually probably among the best in the area, and that is true for both the West Springfield and Burke. You can find parks, trails, playgrounds, and pools, and Hidden Pond Nature Center there. You can easily get a home there in the 600,000 to 700,000s, but there are more expensive neighborhoods in there that are like 1 million and over.
Good job, Mercina. Thank you so much.
Finally! One that she understands.
All right, number 11 is Kensington, Maryland. We are moving up to Maryland now. So there are so many reasons to love Kensington. So families like the elementary schools. There is actually a new high school coming to alleviate the overcrowding that's happening in the neighborhood high schools. There's a children's library, there are parks, there's a cute little downtown area, there's very easy access to hiking and trails. The price range in Kensington is very wide, though, depending on the type of home that you are looking for. So something small and like unrenovated might be in the mid 500,000s, but because of the rising popularity of the neighborhood in the last several years, there are many homes that have been torn down and rebuilt, and those are running from the $1 to $2 million mark. You can pretty much get into Kensington, though, at a variety of price points, so don't feel like you are priced out of there. Number 12 is Chevy Chase, Maryland. So just over the DC line, Chevy Chase is divided into villages, each with their own governing system. I think of Chevy Chase as a lot like Mayberry. There's easy access here to Meadowbrook Park, Candy Cane City Playground, and trails along Rock Creek. Leah, Candy Cane City is just the playground that has candy cane colors on it. There's not actual candy canes there. Sorry.
I wish.
Our baby loves her candy canes. There's also Meadowbrook Stables here, which offer equestrian lessons to kids that are 6 and older. Schools here are well rated and often a reason that families move here, but homes cost upwards of $1 million here. All right, number 13, Bethesda, Maryland. Across Wisconsin Avenue from Chevy Chase is Bethesda. Surprise, surprise, families move here for the schools, which are very highly rated. If you live near downtown Bethesda, you can walk to pretty much everything. If you want to know where that is, just Google for Bethesda Row. You'll see that on a map. That's pretty much going to give you a really good walk score, and you're going to be able to walk to absolutely everything. Metro access, tons of shopping, every restaurant and cafe that you could possibly want. If you don't want to make the trip across Wisconsin Avenue to Meadowbrook Park, to do some hiking, you could actually pick up the Capitol Crescent Trail, which starts in downtown Bethesda at the corner of Bethesda Avenue and Woodmont Avenue. Homes here cost well into the $1 million, and they go up from there. So I hope this gives you guys a peek into some of the neighborhoods that lots of families are drawn to when they're looking for a home in the Metro DC area. I've helped clients in all of these neighborhoods, so if you need any further information, please let me or my little assistants know.
No.
All right.
Can't do any of that.
And I am Melissa Terzis, DC Real Estate Mama. My contact info is coming next.